Hello, and welcome to another guitar and improvisation podcast. Today I'm going to talk about minor blues, some variations, drills that you can work on and to get into the sound of the chords and the progression itself. This past week, I released a video on The Thrill Is Gone, which is a B minor blues. Today I'm going to work in the key of C minor, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that progression and how that particular sequence of chords compares to some other tunes or just variations of the blues. And check the description down below and you can download a sample page of my minor blues drills, which includes 5 drills on the C minor 1 chord, which will really help you get into the sound of the chord and some of the options of scales that work with that chord sound. Okay, so let's talk about the progression of The Thrill Is Gone, just transposed to C minor, because minor blues is commonly played in that key, and I want to keep everything kind of in one key. So we have a C minor. We can play a C minor triad, C minor 7, even C minor 6. And we don't have to play those exclusively as we go through. We can mix those up as we're comping, but essentially we have a 1 chord and then 4 chord on bar 5, and then we're going back to the 1 chord. Okay, so 1, 4, and 1. Whether you're in a standard blues or minor blues or Charlie Parker type blues, you're going to find those particular roots on those measures. So we can always add chord progressions in between, and that's oftentimes what we find. Typically on the first bar, we have the 1 chord, bar 5, 4 chord, 7, back to the 1 chord, and then 9 and 10 could be 5 or predominant into the dominant. And that's where we are now with the flat 6. In this case, it's a major 7, so it has a certain sound to it. Okay, so A flat major 7, call that a predominant chord or a flat 6 chord, going to the 5 chord, which could also include a flat 13, and then back to the 1 chord. Now especially when we're improvising over a tune, we might create variations in the harmony. So for example, at the end of the progression, we might want to go back to the 5 before we get to the 1 chord. We can also place 2 chords in front of 5 chords. So we could have a variation of the blues that goes from the A flat major 7 to, let's say, D minor 7 flat 5, then to the G7. Also, when we're on a chord for a bit, say C minor 7, the measure before, or even 2 beats before, we might go to a 5 of the 4. So we change the C minor into a C7, and then that helps to push us over into the 4 chord. All right, also in minor blues, kind of departing a bit here from The Thrill Is Gone, we may use a different predominant type chord. Let's say the A flat 7 dominant instead of major 7. So it's just like a different sound on it, And we could have a sharp 11 as well. And then going down to the 5 chord. And then into the 1. So that's very common. And then of course you can put 2 5s in front, or 2s in front of the 5s there. So you have, so we might have an E flat minor 7. I'm playing E flat minor 9 to A flat 13, and then a D minor 7 flat 5 to a G 7 flat 13. Okay, so a quick podcast episode today. Hopefully you can take this on the road with you a little bit and listen to it, use it as some ear training. I'm calling out the chords and the extensions and their functions as I go. So thanks for listening. If you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, please head over there, youtube.com/@fretprince. Be sure to subscribe. I've got a cool new video coming out this week, The Sidewinder by Lee Morgan. So be sure to catch that. That should be out on Saturday morning. All right, folks, enjoy your practice session, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.